Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. So we are going to go live today and this week with a few extra goodies for you in the Facebook group. I know this is streaming a few different places this morning, but today I wanted to bring on a couple of our clients to just have them share with you their experience. You hear from us all the time, and so we wanted to be quiet and let others speak and have a voice so you can just hear what was their experience, what was their issue when they came to us, what were they looking to achieve, what has been their results, right? What have they liked about it, and then who they would recommend us to. So I am bringing on Miss Annie Steelman. I love listening to her story. She is an absolute gem. And she's been training with us for 6 months now, and she's just now going into her next 6-month training program. So Miss Annie, I'm going to go ahead and bring you in. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, thank you for being here. I feel like my face is really large compared to you, so I'm going to take a step back. Thank you seriously so much. I know you were here last time we did testimonies, and you are just my love. Honestly, you're so wonderful. And it's really fun because your goal is quite different from other women. A lot of women coming in with strictly fat loss, and you were more like, I'm trim, I'm lean, I'm fit, but I want to shape. Let's go. What do you got, basically? So it's very fun. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead. Why don't you take a moment to introduce yourself, and then I'll just go through a few questions if you don't mind.
Sure. Well, my name's Annie Steelman. I live outside of Philadelphia, PA. Mommy of two, full-time work, and also full-time school. So I have a lot going on. But somehow I juggle it all, and my workouts and eating right, which I would not have in any other way. So I went through COVID just like we all did. And I know some people gained a lot of weight, and then some people lost a lot of weight. And I was one of the people that I got down to my high school weight. I had no shape. I had no butt at all, no shoulders. And I knew I wasn't eating right. On top of that, I have some back issues, some injuries, and I really wanted to improve my posture. So I typed into Facebook macros and weight lifting for women. And of course, Kristen's page came up. And we connected on Zoom the following week. And I told her about that I wasn't happy with my shape. I just turned 40 years old. I wanted to make a change. I wanted to eat healthier. And I also wanted to build my core to help with my back injury because I don't want to go down the surgery route. And so we decided to connect and join up. And I joined the program. And here I am 6 months in, and I absolutely love it.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, I forgot about that injury in the posture. We worked a lot on that, and now it's like you're rocking your posture.
It has helped so much.
Good. And one thing for you guys to know too, like we have our clients send us a lot of lifting videos because we do work entirely remote. I have very few local clients, and honestly, we train all over the world. And the reason we're able to make it happen is because we have videos for most of our exercises, but we also have our women send us videos of them lifting so we can give the form corrections back. We can say, okay, brace here, pull your shoulders back, bring the chest up. I have a app that I can record them training, draw, lines to say, okay, this is what you look like, try to bring it up here, keep sending me the videos. And it has worked very well for honestly everybody who sends it. So no fear if you are remote, we will make it.
Yeah, we use it all the time. We talk almost every day. But I really, it helped me understand what it's supposed to feel like. And I can see and feel the differences. My husband over the past few weeks has said, you have a butt now. It's there. And it's paying off. It's a lot of hard work, but it's paying off.
I love it. That's awesome. So let me talk through a few of these. So I know what was the problem when you came to me. It was the shape, the injury. Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe not quite knowing what to eat for your body, for your lifestyle.
That's right. Thank you for reminding me. I was eating like 1,200 calories a day. and I was starving myself, and I didn't realize it. I didn't know. I was eating enough protein for my body, but definitely just not the right balance and just not the right foods. And one thing that I said to Kristen a lot is I have never bought so much fresh fruits and vegetables and eaten them in my entire life. And I used to eat pretty healthy too. But one thing that you do, you're putting in so much time with the lifting and with the working out that you want to balance it on the other end too, because it all comes together. And whether, like Kristen said, your goals are to gain the good weight, which is what I'm doing, or to lose the weight and reshape, it all has to come together in your program.
Yes. Sorry, I was putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about those notifications there. And we got you above 300 grams of carbohydrate.
300 carb club. I've never eaten so much in my entire life. It's amazing, but that's the way to do it because we're building the right kind of muscle.
Yes.
And it's an amazing journey.
I love it. That's so awesome. And do you remember what I told you I could do for you when you first came?
Yeah, I mean, you said you're going to put together a program for me to build a physique that that I would be happy with, that my husband would be happy with, but that we were setting healthy goals for life. This is not a temporary thing. This is going to be a change in behavior, and it really is. So I went from working out 7 days a week, an hour of cardio a day, to working out 5 days a week, an hour, maybe a little bit more each day. And it's definitely at least 3/4, if not more, lifting, very little cardio. And I love it.
And so you went from 7 days a week, an hour a day of cardio, 1,200 calories.
Yes.
5 days a week, mainly weightlifting. And we got you up to I think 1975 calories.
Yep. I'm at 17 something now, and I'm still like, woo. You have to feed your body.
Yes.
Working hard.
And do you notice a difference in your mind clarity, functioning, all of that from being on 1,200 to now?
Yes. And not only that, but I sleep so much better. I'd have so much more energy throughout the day. I mean, like I said, juggling a lot. Get up in the morning, do my lift, then the kids are up, get the kids ready, get them out, and then it's time for the other full-time job, right? And you need energy to do that. And I don't drink coffee, and I have to say that changing the diet, I mean, you can really feel the benefits.
That's amazing. I forgot you didn't drink coffee. That's impressive. I still have my 2, sometimes 3 cups a day. That is very impressive.
Yeah. I can't. I get migraines, so no caffeine. But I have to say the exercise also helps with that as well, for sure.
Yeah. Gosh, that's awesome. And what has your result been? The first 6 months, what was the result?
Well, when I've been looking at my pictures, especially lately, because I know we're coming up on the first 6 months, and my husband and I, again, we're putting the side by sides, and I actually can't believe it. It's amazing. I went from being a stick, and who wants? I know a lot of people think, I want that physique, but I didn't want that. I wanted some tone, some muscle, and some shape. Yeah. And I really have gotten that. And then I think even more importantly, I didn't expect this, but my back pain has just disappeared. Yes. It's awesome. I am so thankful for that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Excellent. And just to tell our audience, so I put her on a muscle growth. So she was in an energy surplus, a food surplus for about, I think, 18 to 20-ish weeks. I wanted her to gain 1 pound per month because I wanted to put her body in a real great position to add the lean muscle mass, but I didn't want her to gain more than about 1 pound a month because then you're just gaining unnecessary fat, right? I knew I was going to put her in a deficit to cut the fat off at some point, and so I wanted to grow her really well, so we're not having to work extra hard to get all this excess fat off for what, that wouldn't even have been necessary to put it on. So in 6 months, you actually literally gained 6 pounds. So it was perfect, but you were also very compliant. And I do want to point out, because this is really important to me, and I love the freedom it brought to your lifestyle. In the beginning, you would not go out to eat.
I know.
It was very scary, right? Because of the perfectionism, which is great. Like, you're an extremely hard worker, and you wouldn't go out to eat because there's no way to track it exactly.
Yeah.
And I just kept telling you, just go, just go. Like, I remember one time I was tracking something wrong with rice, but my coach, because I was consistently tracking incorrectly, my coach in the program worked around it. And so I told her that. I said, it doesn't matter. Just go live your life, and I will work the program around you behind it. And now, how do you feel about going out to eat and all that, being social?
Went out to brunch yesterday. I got avocado toast, and just because it is hard at first to start tracking, and I'm the kind of person, I actually like to track everything, so maybe I'm a little weird. But once you start, you get this level of comfort. Okay, that's a piece of bread, and they put on that's pretty much an avocado, so that's what you count. And the greens that are on the side, count a cup. Like, you don't have to go crazy over it, and then at the same time, you're not limiting yourself. And then, speaking of limiting yourself, you could work in anything that you wanted. You are not restricting any foods at all, as long as you stay within your programmed macros. So, you want to treat here or there, just work it in and plan it. And I love that.
Me too. It's balance. That's how we keep it sustainable for life. Now, we do have the majority of our food healthy, wholesome, all that, but it's like, you want to go out to ice cream. Like, when you went out with your family, you were able to have the ice cream. You were able to live this lifestyle that before wasn't really there. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah. If anybody's watching knows what Rita's water ice is, I mean, all the calorie macro information is online. So I just went online. I was like, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to budget in for the rest of the day. And it worked. And I enjoyed it with my kids, which is priceless.
And you still get results and be healthy.
That's right.
It's the best of both worlds. I love it. Awesome. Yeah. So the last 2 questions, and I know you kind of touched on this, so anything if you want to add, what has been your experience throughout this program? Like, we never met before we started training. Yeah. So what has been your experience the last 6 months?
Well, let's see. Well, I love interacting with you every day.
I love it too. Thank you.
I mean, it's better than anyone that I had locally. I mean, everyone was fantastic, but we interact more than I ever interacted with anyone at the local gym. And I don't need my local gym now because I have all my equipment at home, which is very nice. That's not to say you shouldn't go out and join a gym, but anyway. So I do like the interaction every day. I like that it's flexible. I do the workouts when I want, even if I know I've got 5 days worth of workouts. If for some reason, I'm traveling for school or for work one day, that'll be the rest day. And then I'll modify the rest of the week. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's super rigid. And then also just tracking and knowing what's going in your body, to me, is just so important to know that you're investing in yourself.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the best things that you can do for yourself. Even if it's not for the physique part, for the mind balance part, having that for yourself, I think is wonderful. And this is what I have for myself. This is my balance. They talk about work-life balance. And this is mine.
Absolutely. I feel the same, actually, even in my own life. Like, I do this as a career and as a hobby and all these things, but still, it's like your own self-care, your own version of therapy. Like, you go train, you get strong, you feel good about yourself, and then you eat healthy. So it's like, there's no lose. It's all win-win, win-win.
And I'm setting a good example for my kids too.
Mm-hmm. Like your daughter portioning her snacks out for school. Like, that is so important, to teach our children portion control.
Yes. Totally agree.
That's amazing. And who would you recommend this program to?
Anyone.
Anyone.
Anyone that's whether, depending on your goal, you're going to have different program. But, again, you're investing in yourself and your health. You're going to feel good either way. I would say that it's important to make the time because it is worth it. Everything that you put in, you will get out.
I love that. That is such a good statement too. Like the energy you put in is the energy you get out. The work you put in is the result you get out. All of that. That's awesome.
And I think that so many of us work so hard and also have been led astray. And I know you talk about the other diets and stuff, and I've tried them all too.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Like, spend your time on something that's going to work.
Right. On actual health instead of quick fixes, fad diets. It's like, sure, you might think it's quick fix, but then it's like, what happens after? You're left more damaged than in the beginning. It's horrible. Yeah. Annie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Anything you want to add before I pull you off?
No, just good luck to everybody. I hope somebody wins some fun stuff, and just enjoy these programs that Kristen puts together because they're amazing. Last week was fantastic. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
especially the shopping trip.
What'd you say?
The shopping trip was awesome.
Oh, cool. Thank you. The grocery shopping trip.
Yeah, that was fun.
We were having some fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate you a ton.
You too.
Well, have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, ladies. Next, we have Joanna. She is such a special client because she's actually been with me from the very beginning of my online business. She came in when I did a program called Booty Queen. It's quite different than what we do now. And now she came back as a one-on-one client. She actually trains with Jessica now. So it's so fun that she has the perspective of training with me and training with Jessica. So I'm going to pull her on. Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for taking the time when you're at work to do this.
Yes, of course.
Really quick.
No, you're totally fine. Yeah, we're good.
So it is so much fun to have you because you've really experienced like quite a bit in this company, like such different things. Yeah. And you also came to me when you were on keto.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? Not sure what to do, not sure how to get off, but wanted to get off.
I was really scared to get off by myself because I know that there was like this huge thing about if you get off keto, you'll gain back the weight and more if you don't do it appropriately. So I was so scared. And I think I even voiced to you how scared I was to get off of it when you were like, no, you should. And these are the reasons why. And I think I was being kind of pushy and saying no to you too. But I'm so glad I said yes.
And it's okay. It's normal to be scared because it's like, it's a whole new lifestyle going from keto to basically eating the carbs. And in our company, it's like, eat all the carbs, eat all the carbs. And so it's a scary transition.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have a few questions that I want to ask you. Okay. So when you came to Booty Queen, which for those who aren't familiar with that, it was a group coaching program that I did that was all about shaping the glutes, right? We all want big glutes. And so I created a program and had a girls do, I think it was an 8-week challenge, right? Like before last summer. So it was pretty much like right when COVID hit, I want to say.
Yeah.
Pretty intense. So what were you wanting when you came to Booty Queen? One was to
I wanted to start something different. I know that nutrition has always been something that I love like focusing on and seeing what I eat and what goes in my body, and I love to cook. So I knew that coming to you, I wanted to focus more on fitness because I don't know what I'm doing at the gym. I always tell Jessica that the big boy gym always scared me, which is like where the heavy weights are, where you're racking your weights, and I always stayed upstairs where it's like the not big boy gym, and it's more like it's preset your weights. You just take the pin off and put it wherever you think, and it's just those machines. So I didn't know what I was doing. And so when I came to you, I wanted really to like push myself to use the dumbbells, use the other equipment versus just like the machines that you sit down and set the weight and go. So yeah.
That's awesome. And what did I tell you that I could do in that program for you?
You told me that you could, what was it? That you can help, well, get us to have like that sexy lean figure. That's always been like your motto, is that sexy lean figure. And I'm like, heck yeah, I'm all about that. And I was a little bit, I always like to say I was a little bit more on the heavier side. And so I wanted to be more confident, and you're going to have the confidence. You'll be able to do the, proper squats and the lunges to like make your butt look really good too. And then, yes. And then you were also telling us, I think you gave us, like, what to stick with to eat as well, like our macros. You didn't really give us like food and stuff, like the meal plans, but it was more like, this is your macros, this is your calorie intake, stick with it. And then you also had us have Fitness Pal and how to track it. You also had videos of how to like weigh out your food and if you're stuck. And so you're always there throughout the entire process.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was your result post Booty Queen, the first program?
So the first program, I did lose weight in inches or centimeters, however we measured. And I felt, you could see the difference with my photos too. And I went down, I went down in a couple sizes. I was like an extra large and I went to a large medium. And I was feeling looser in my scrubs. I definitely saw it in my work because I'm always in scrubs Monday through Friday. So I definitely felt more fit. And I had more energy too. And I felt stronger in my legs. My legs are like I always hide them. I never really wore shorts. And then I started wearing shorts. I started feeling more confident because they were thinning out and getting more muscular.
I love that. In 8 weeks, girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my legs are so much stronger. And I mean, I am doing your current program now and it's even gotten stronger. So yeah.
And the first time, am I correct in saying we got you off keto by the end
You
of it?
did, absolutely. Yeah. The Booty Queen, I got off keto and I was able to go out and eat and just enjoy the food properly and not always indulging in every single meal, like knowing, yes, you can have ice cream and yes, you can have that milkshake and stuff, but just fit it within your macros.
Exactly. Just track it. Have your cake and eat it too.
Yes.
Exactly. And so now, how long have you been training with Jessica with Iron Goddess Coaching?
I think I'm in like 5.5 months. I'm almost 6 months done. Yeah.
Go ahead and share a little bit of experience since you've been with her now.
Oh, I absolutely love Jessica. So if you get her as a trainer, you'll love her. She is not only your coach, but she's also a great friend. She just creates this amazing friendship. It's not like this, here's your stuff, go. And then, she's also very personable. She has a great smile. She's always motivating you. She's, what is it? She's also pushing you to be better. Like if there's days where I'm having a hard day, she just kind of turns off. I'm not thinking she's turning off the coaching, but she becomes like this little therapist too. And she's like, you can do it. Like just say, you know what, you're having a hard day. Don't be so hard on yourself. You can take a break. You can, if you really can't make it to the gym, let's just take a breather and we'll push even harder tomorrow. And she's all about journaling. And so she'll talk about that if you have her. And just taking like a walk. If, I personally don't like cardio. I've always told you guys that. I'm like, I hate running. I hate everything about it. But she will like sneak it in there just because like with the jump ropes and the inclines and stuff and just to make it push better. But I absolutely love working with Jess. I can send her videos and she'll let me know, like, I'm like, I feel uncomfortable doing this workout. Am I doing it wrong? And she'll tell me like if my posture needs correction, if I need to go down in weight, because that's probably what is wrong is I'm using too much weight. And I'll tell her if I'm in pain and if there's something that I need to stop doing or start doing because my back or shoulder hurts. But yeah, she's great. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And who would you, excuse me, who would you recommend the training program to?
Pretty much everybody. I pretty much have told everyone. My best friend Alicia, she trains with you. So we have been best friends for a while. She was at my wedding and everything. And I was like, Alicia, you need to do this. And she goes, but I'm in school. I'm graduating. Like, when you graduate, just do it. Just meet her, Kristen. She's fantastic. You'll love it. And she looks amazing. Like, oh my gosh. So like, girl, you toned up fast. Like, I'm so proud of her. And I recommended it to my other girlfriends and I've added them to the group. Like, anytime I see someone, like, even if you're not trying to lose weight and you just want to feel more toned and more physically fit, like, you feel like, oh wow, I look good, but I'm weak. Like, I feel weak when I'm lifting things. Like, I don't know if if you've moved and you're like trying to move boxes after boxes down and up the stairs, and you're like, holy crap, I feel so weak. Like,
yeah,
this program will get you to be stronger. Things won't look hard anymore. Like, my husband's always teasing me that I never wait for him to move things around the house.
I love that.
Like, I've got this. So pretty much for anyone who's just looking to get fit, to learn better in their eating habits, to have better sleep, to have better mood, energy. I feel like this program can fit anyone's lifestyle.
I love that. Joe, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Bringing Alicia, she trained with me for like 30 weeks. She brought her husband on for a full 24 weeks.
Yeah.
He's on. Like,
yes. I know. And she also did, because when I was signing up for the Booty Queen, I'm like, you should do it. You should do it. She goes, I'm in school. I can't do it. I'm like, no, you can do it. I promise you can do it. And I just kept pushing her. And she's like, I signed up.
And shred after that.
Yes. And then I found out Kelsey won, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for her. Like, just all these girls who deserve it, everybody deserves to win. But Kelsey is, you've worked with her and she introduced me to you, and we actually went to the gym. So she's going to sign up with my gym. And she's so excited. And we're going to actually try to work out 3 times a week together. And you guys have helped me to be able to help someone like her who's never been in the gym to like know the equipment's better. And she's great. She was just astonished on how much weight I could lift. And I kept looking at her, I'm like, girl, I started with 5 pounds. I started with just the bar. Like, I couldn't lift anything. And so where I am from 6 months ago is a huge growth. And it just had to do with everything with Jess and Kristen and just their motivation and their coaching, their guidance, and their friendship. Like, you guys are always there, not just as coaches, but just as like human beings. Like, here, toast, you can go get a drink, have fun. It's your birthday. Have a drink or two. So yeah, it's great.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah. I love that. And we love having you. Always, Joe. We love having you.
I'm so excited to continue with you guys. I am in school still. You guys know. And my husband really has seen Mike's, Alicia's husband, his accomplishment. He looks good. Yeah. And he's like, my husband says, well, I don't need to lose weight. Could they work with me and like bulking up? I'm like, oh, absolutely they can.
Yeah, and shape and look good. Not just about putting on, not just about going to the gym, but like shape him to look in whatever his version of that is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Joe, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Anything you want to add before I pop you off?
Yes, you need business cards so I can hand them out.
Noted, girl.
Because like every time someone's like, where do you work out? Who do you train with? I'm like, here, hold on. Let me show you on Facebook. Let me add you. Like, well, I don't have Facebook or social media. I'm like, shoot. Let me give you her webpage. And so they'll go through it. I'm like, she needs business cards or some type of like gear like with your logo on it. So I can wear it and advertise.
Give him our WhatsApp. We'll chat with him.
Yes, I'll
Mhm.
have to do that. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
All right.
All right. Have a good day.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Next up, this is going to be our last live gal for today. Her name is Kathy. She is one of my clients. She's been with me for just over 6 months now, rolling into her next 6 months, and she is amazing and looks amazing. One thing I haven't posted yet that I will absolutely post is her form of lifting when she first came to us and now. She looks like an athlete. She is an athlete. It is extremely impressive, and I'm so, so grateful to have her on. So Ms. Kathy, hello. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here, especially on your lunch break. How you doing?
Of course.
How
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. We're twinsies matching right now.
Oh, we are.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you. So I'll jump right into it because I know that you have a very short window. So do you mind just giving a quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Kathy. To give you like a quick insight of like life, I have a desk job. This is my office. So most of my day is stationary. I also spent a lot of time teaching group fitness. I just retired after 5 years of that. So I am a 39-year-old athlete, I guess you can say now. And I have a 2, almost 3-year-old little boy and husband at home. So.
Awesome. I love that. So, and I'll jump into it. So where were you at lifestyle wise when you came to me? Like what was the problem that you wanted fixed?
So there were kind of multiple, I feel like. I was 2 years after baby, still hadn't lost all my pregnancy weight. Refused to buy new clothes because I was gonna lose it. I wanted to. I was still teaching group fitness. I didn't feel confident, and when you're teaching the moves, it's a hit style. It was a hit style class, but the students coming in are in better shape than you are, and you're here supposed to be a guide for them, a mentor for them. And I didn't feel like I was providing that. I didn't feel like I was that. I thought I had like the basis of form and, like goals for heart rate and things like that. I mean, it was an hour-long HIIT class, and an hour-long lifting class, but I didn't look the part. I didn't look the authority. And I think we've all been there where you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really where I was at. It was,
Yeah.
and I tried everything. Anyone who took the time to watch the video posted, I mean, every diet out there, tried it.
Absolutely. And none of them worked, right? Maybe short term, but
I want to say there were short-term successes, but when you're replacing 2 meals a day with protein shakes, well, yeah, you're going to lose a little weight. When you start adding food back in, it went right back up. I mean, and there were, things that did talk about like journaling or meditation and things like that. I feel like that was brought in, but it was never a focus.
Mm-hmm. Right. And it let me backtrack. So when you're replacing the shakes, of course you lose weight. When you're adding back in food, of course you're gaining weight because you haven't learned any habits. You haven't learned any lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
All they're doing is taking out your food, and then it's like, okay, diet's over. Good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And what were you wanting when you came to me? So you wanted to be the leader, right? You wanted to look the part. And what else? Didn't you want to set the example for your family?
Yep. I wanted my son to have healthy habits.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that was a big one just for me because I was raised with a sweet tooth. I mean, every Wednesday was mac and cheese and hot dogs when my dad would cook. And, and then in high school, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
So, having just like the balance and understanding like, okay, we're going to have, protein, we're going to have a little bit of fat, and we're going to have, complex carbs with your meal, hey, how about a sweet potato instead of bread? Things like this, and understanding like, yeah, you can choose chocolate, but now you're going to sub it out with this. So like, how are you going to make this work? Because you can have both. You don't need to say no to the chocolate forever.
Yeah.
And just kind of learning how to balance it out, like understanding that, hey, just having a sweet potato for dinner isn't probably the best course of action.
I remember that now. Yeah. Have your protein and your vegetables, girl.
Yep.
Yeah. And I like that you said that too about the chocolate. It's like you don't have to take it out. It's just have it in moderation. And how are you going to work it in throughout the rest of your day? Yeah.
And it's so much easier to like if you know you're getting it tomorrow and you've pre-planned your day and you know that you have, this piece of dark chocolate coming tomorrow, that craving doesn't exist today.
I love that. That is so true.
It's not there.
That is fantastic. And you know what? That actually is also strengthening willpower and self-control, because it's like, okay, I'm going to force myself to not have the quick fix right now. I know I'm going to get it there. So I'm going to practice patience to eat it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly.
So how many weeks are you? I think you're like 26.
Well, I completed my first 6-month round. Now we're 6 weeks in to round 2, I think.
6? There's
maybe.
We kind of discarded 1 week. I think, I don't know if it's really 6. Man, that went fast. That really is. Oh my God.
Yes. I mean, it goes fast. And I remember it was like my first month and you were like, okay, the first 21 days are going to be really hard. And I'm lucky because at least working out for me wasn't brand new. I enjoy working out. I am a little bit more of a cardio junkie probably than most, because that's kind of where I got my start in just fitness. It was like the Zumba, and then it moved into a HIIT class, and then it moved into a weightlifting class. So I've always enjoyed like the sweating, but for me, it wasn't like getting up this time to work out in the morning. That wasn't hard for me. It was like the meal prep and figuring this out and how much chicken am I cooking on Sunday. But now I've got it down to like an hour process every Sunday. It's so quick.
Once a week. That's it.
And it's like my whole week is done.
Oh my God, that's the dream. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. And so you can talk through now, but even your first 6 months, what was your result training with me?
So the first 6 months, like my results, I mean, we've seen them, they're on the Facebook page. Lost 17 pounds. So I'm at the lowest weight I've been in 15 years. But I have the shape I want. My waist is getting small. My every time I take my weekly photos, I'm just like, how is that my back? How is that possible? And now it's finally starting to come in on like the legs and my calves, and you can see the definition there. But it was just also, I'll throw this out there too, because I was surprised. My cellulite started disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Like everywhere you read, it's like you have to take collagen, or it has to be like plastic surgery or this, and it's like apparently not.
All you have to do is lift weights and track your progress.
Apparently. So like I'm finally getting back to where like I saw myself in long term. I like the hourglass shape. I've always been a little hippie, so I'm glad that that's kind of there, and that we work on that with like the elevated squats. And but for me, it was, I didn't necessarily have a number goal in mind, like, oh, we need to get down to this pound weight. It was more like, I just want to feel confident and good in my own skin and not feel like I have to wear Spanx every time I wear a dress. And we're almost there. Like this close.
What'd you say, the last part?
We're like this close.
Yeah.
We're great. We're almost there.
Oh, and we're definitely going to blow way past that in this next
yeah.
round. Yes, I love it. You have changed so much. And you know what? 17 pounds, like that is quite a bit. And maybe to some it doesn't sound like much, but there was so much body recomposition done. We added so much muscle mass. So in reality, you lost more than 17 pounds of fat because we're adding on all that muscle mass that's going to show on the scale as well. So
yeah, I feel like the picture, like saying 17 pounds, like it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you do look at the image, you're like, how is that just 17 pounds?
Yeah. Yeah. Because we did it with weightlifting. We added that shape and that muscle and that strength and functionality too. That's awesome. It was like 17 inches. Like that's like more than, I can't even fit it on the screen. Like that is so much. And not even in that many areas. We only tracked 5 areas and it was 17 inches.
And it's crazy when you think about it too, because I lost just as much off my thigh as I did off my waist.
Oh my God. Wow, that's amazing. Your thighs have been in a ton. Well, everything has. I'm like, wow, your waist has too. I'm like visualizing your photos. Like you look like an athlete, but you're training and eating like one too. Like strength is there. You look amazing. And even like, was it your sister-in-law that was recording your form and she's like, oh my God, you look so tiny. And I'm like reviewing your videos. I'm like, oh my God, you look amazing.
It was, I don't know when it was though too, because like, I wonder, like it was at one point in video, I was uploading it to you and then I looked at myself and I'm like, is that really me? Like, I'm like, is that just the leggings? Are the leggings doing that? Like, no, they're not.
Oh, that's really my body. And you did that. Like, yes, sure. You have a program, you have nutrition, but you put that work in and accomplished that for yourself. Like, how does that make you feel?
There's a sense of accomplishment, but there's also a sense of like ownership. Like, this is not something that I had done to me. This is something that we did together. Like, I couldn't have done it without you. I mean, it's that simple, but you asked me to place my trust in the program. I did. I did the exercises. I sent you the videos. We took the feedback. Was there some frustration on my end that I could not get those hip thrusts 100%? We're trying to move past that. But it's just, you look in the mirror and you know you've worked for it and you see it. Yes. Like you see the change. And you know you did it. So there's a sense of just pride when I kind of look at my body now. Like I got here and I'm going to continue getting somewhere else.
And you've done it by creating healthy, sustainable lifestyle changes and habits.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the bit. And I found foods like I never thought I would eat, like chocolate hummus. Like,
I know, right?
Like, it is now like almost a staple every day. But it's like, or kale chips. Never thought I would have done those. The hip peas. Like all these different snacks that, you know, are better for me in the long run that I never would have tried if it wasn't for the Facebook page and the options that you kind of laid out.
I love that. And actually, let's give Annie Steelman the credit for the chocolate hummus because she's the one that told me about it. And I tried it and I was like, oh, I've been missing out for so many years. Oh my God. It is so good. So good.
I never thought, like, I mean, I always looked at it. I'm like, that's just weird. I can't do that. And then somebody posted it and I'm like, can I? It's $2.99. Let's give it a shot.
And it doesn't even taste like hummus. The dark chocolate one tastes like fudge.
Yes.
Like, oh my God.
Yep. I have one that's brownie batter.
Oh, what? I need to find that one.
Yes. Target.
Oh, okay. Noted. But I double checked the ingredients. I'm like, this is actually hummus, right? This is chickpeas. And it literally said chickpeas. I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep eating it then.
Yeah.
So good. Oh my God. I love it. Okay. So, last 2 questions, and you've touched on this a bit, but anything you want to add? What's been your experience like since working with me?
The experience has been fantastic. So, of course, like I was coming into it still prime COVID. Luckily I'm in Iowa, Midwest. So blessed by the fact like our gyms were only closed for a minimal amount of time. But because of my husband's work travel and having a little one at home, Kristen built my whole program around what's in my home gym. Now, have I expanded my home gym? Yes. But none of it was like, oh, you have to do this. It was more along the lines of like, yeah, I need this to continue getting what I'm getting. So one, it was built around like my schedule, my life, and what I had available for me. The second like key thing experience wise is that you're a true partner for me. I feel like I never feel embarrassed, sending you a video or asking a question or, anything like that, or like sharing like, oh, hey, this happened this weekend. What are your thoughts? Because it's a judge-free zone. It's never like, well, shame on you. More like, okay, what happened? What can we learn? What are we going to do next time? And it's never like you. It's like, okay, how can I help you? Yeah. So it's felt like a true partnership, I guess, if that makes sense. And then just like, it's been easy and sustainable. I'm not eating fad protein bars. Not that they can't be good. And I'm not buying into, I drink protein shakes? I definitely do. But I'm not locked into like this brand and this type, or, I can play with it depending on taste or what's on sale at Costco, and it's long-term sustainability. I'm eating real food every single meal of the day. It's just that simple. So the experience has been life-changing.
I love that. Thank you so much. That is really cool. And I'm glad that you feel that on your end too, because that's what I want for you ladies. Like, it should be a partnership, because there's enough things in life that make us feel bad, and that's just not what we need in this area of our life and journey. So that's so awesome.
There's so many things that like unintentionally, whether it's social media or just media in general or tabloids, like there's so many things like that unintentionally make you talk down to yourself. And here's a space where you don't have to worry about that, because we're all powerful.
Exactly. Yes, I love that. Thank you. That is so awesome. Good. And I'm glad you feel that way too. Like, that's how you should feel. Powerful, empowered, strong, capable. I love it.
My confidence is through the roof.
As it should be. Love it. And who would you recommend this program to?
Honestly, anyone. Like anyone who has like a goal of any type. Like you want to learn about nutrition, metabolism, weightlifting. You don't know what to do when you go to the gym. It can be anything. Those people who have been, stuck doing cardio 5 days a week and haven't gotten progress in 6 months, but it can be for anyone who doesn't feel comfortable with their own skin, who was like me 6 months ago, over 6 months ago, and just, liked who I am as a person, but just like in the mirror, it wasn't connecting.
Yes. Thank
you. It can literally be for anyone. I've invited coworkers into the Facebook group. I have a couple of friends that one, honestly, I'm still working on, but she's convinced that she has to have all the carbs all the time. So it's like, I won't give up pasta. I'm like, you don't have to. But I mean, anyone could benefit from this program.
I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Anything you want to add before I pop you off?
I will say one of my biggest challenges, and you and I have talked about this, right? So if you are, looking at this program and thinking about it, and you have a spouse that you worry about, let me tell you a little bit, just super quick, about how this has worked out with my husband. So my husband was kind of unintentionally sabotaging me in the beginning, in which I then had to have a conversation like, hey, this is what I can have for dinner. Don't make my son mac and cheese. We had to have like conversations a little bit about like, hey, these are my goals. This is what, I'm working towards. And, he was supportive of that. And then Kristen told me at some point in time, one of you is going to bend. Which one is it going to be? It was him. Yep. So he has gotten like just a lot better about like my meal prepping. He now actually helps me with my meal prepping every Sunday. Granted, he eats kind of bigger portions, adds in the mashed potatoes, things like that. But it's been huge for my whole family. We had some hiccups in the beginning. So like we had some conversations, but if you're worried about doing this and you think you have a significant other that could somehow hinder you, remember, one of you will bend. Will it be you or will it be them?
Yeah.
And luckily in my situation, it was him. So that's, and it really helped too when he started taking my progress pictures every Sunday, because he was like, wow. And that made a difference. And I'm like, hey, Kristen does couples. Still working on it, but.
And that's a great point. I said, one of you is going to break. Don't let it be you.
Yes.
You has to break, because you can't have two lifestyles in one house. Naturally, one person will go with the other. Don't let it be you. And you didn't. And now look. Yeah. That's amazing. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's a good point, because a lot of women struggle with that.
I mean, I think, especially like my husband has never had the gym personality, never really worked out, like, and I always have. So it's kind of like a difference just in lifestyles. Mm-hmm. But, it got to the point where how far I'd gotten, I was refusing to like give this up and go back.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. Thank you so much for being here, Kathy. I appreciate it a ton. And I'll reach out to you in a bit about your check-in this week.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Let's just give some love to all of those amazing women. I'm so grateful that they took the time to get on, because like I said in the beginning, you guys listen to us, me and Jess mainly talk education and tell you guys, okay, try not to do this, try to do this, this is going to give you this result. But when you see women coming in with the same fears, struggles, issues that you're facing, and then seeing them on the other side, let that inspire you and give you the hope that you can accomplish it too, okay? We have women all the time coming on keto. We have women come in with metabolic disorders. Their thyroid isn't quite functioning. Their metabolism isn't quite functioning. We bring them back to health. We have women who have no clue how to train in the gym, how to even work out, honestly. They have no clue how to eat. They have no clue how to sometimes even cook their food. And we take you from point A to point B in a way that feels easy. Now, in the beginning, it will feel a little challenging because you're creating a whole new lifestyle. But the beautiful thing about that is we teach you the strategies, the tools, the tactics that will 100%, as long as you implement them with your best effort, not having to be perfect, you will get the result. Because every time you fall, we're like, okay, come on, what's up? What happened? Let's work through it. Let's give you a strategy, a tool. Okay, go ahead and try this. Bam, go forth and do great things. Oh, I fell again. Okay, no problem. Let's jump on a call. What happened? So it's like we are there constantly to be your backbone. So as you're going along this journey, it's like, okay, try this. Okay, good to go. Oops, okay, try this. Good to go, good to go. And then you're just going up and up and up, learning a healthy lifestyle, learning how to have these amazing habits while getting weekly results. It is a beautiful process. So if you are interested in getting results like these women, go ahead and pop info below. We'll reach out. We'll give you some more information. We do have our Bikini Body Boot Camp coming up. We have 2 start dates. One of them is this Monday. The other one is the 16th. This is a very special program that Iron Goddess Coaching is doing. I won't give too much information on here, but it is a complete weightlifting and macro program. So your workouts are going to change every 3 to 4 weeks. You will get completely customized macros to you that I will change anytime your body tells me that you need to change to make sure you're hitting your goal. I like for our women to lose about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds every single week, depending where you're at and depending where you want to go. We don't just do fat loss though. We do complete body recomposition. So just like Annie, right? If you're coming in, you're already pretty lean. You don't really want to lose weight. You just want to be strong. You want to feel good in your skin. You want to get rid of that like excess stubborn fat. We got you. We got you so much. We will create that sexy feminine hourglass shape. You will get strong. You will be very, very functional, okay? So we will reach out to you. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here. And we do train some men, okay? We typically train women, but if there's any men on here, usually as long as we're training your girlfriend, fiance, or wife, we will train you. I will make a few exceptions for brothers and things like that as well. But I do train quite a bit of military as well. So if you are a male and interested, reach out to me individually, okay? And we will chat for sure. Okay, you guys, have a fabulous Monday. Go ahead and comment any questions as well. Like, we really are here to give you the value, to give you the education, to give you the support, encouragement, and empowerment to be the woman and that person that you want to be. Be the woman that you feel on the inside, but you want to reflect on the outside, okay? We are here to unmask that woman, okay? No pun intended. Okay, have a great day, you guys. Thanks for watching.